bedroom, the first place to start thinking is that idea of what are the functions and activities that are going to take place. So, for example, if it's a child's room, is it going to be a place where studying takes place? Or where arts and crafts takes place? Or where there are some toys? Or only certain types of toys? You know, obviously it's a place for sleeping. If it has a bathroom attached, then, you know, they'll do any grooming or whatever in the bathroom, but we're going to stick to the bedroom for right now. You know, so you have to look at what all is going to take place. Are they readers, depending on their age and their desire for reading? Are they readers? So is that an activity? In an adult bedroom, is there a relaxing function? So do you have like a chair for reading? Do you have a TV in there? You know, so what are the different functions or activities of the space? That's really where you have to start, because otherwise stuff just sort of gets in there. But if you take just a little bit of time to plan and think through, okay, what would we like to take place in here and what do we not want to take place in here? So, you know, some people, they definitely say, hey, I want the child to be able to do their homework in here. Other people are like, no, we want the homework in a completely different place. Just like for adults, I don't recommend that a bedroom be a place where you work on home papers or where you have a partial home office. You can do that in a guest room or something like that, but in your bedroom, it's usually distracting and overwhelming to have something like home paperwork stuff taking place in the actual master bedroom. So once you've talked about what kinds of functions and activities are going to take place, that's when you look at the storage and the supplies. So if we're looking at a child's room and we're saying, okay, the child is going to have, some books in there. We want some books. The child is going to do, depending on the age, is going to have a place for homework, and is going to have a minimal place for toys. So then we say, okay, well, let's look and see what we have. Well, we have a dresser in there. We have a closet. We have a desk that has a couple of drawers in it. So what can we do with all of this? Well, the first thing I like to look at is, how does the child handle their clothing? Now, for some of you, you're thinking, they don't handle it, it's on the floor. Some people are saying, well, they fling it into the closet, but it's not hung, or they fling it into a drawer, but it's not neat. So the first thing I like to look at is what's going to work better for the child. For a lot of children, the closet is the best place for the clothing, and drawers are much better for toys. So you may have a dresser, but you can repurpose it for something else. Or maybe one drawer has some school supplies in it because the desk doesn't have as much drawer space as you would like. So you can decide if you want to do that, or maybe they want everything in the drawers and nothing hung up in the closet. Or maybe the dresser goes into the closet because it's a really big closet and they certainly don't have enough clothes to fill it. So you have to look at all of your different possibilities there. Maybe they don't need a dresser at all. Maybe they need open plastic drawer, clear plastic bins or drawers for stuff so they can see it. So it really, a lot of it depends. If your child doesn't care about having wrinkled shirts, I know you might like them to go out with nice pressed shirts, but if they don't want to do that, then you have to decide, is that a battle to fight, or are you going to let them throw them in the drawer? And I'm not talking about like collared shirt, I'm talking about, more t-shirt kind of things. So you have to decide where you're going to pick your battle lines. And then, you know what, if it's an older piece of furniture, you may let them do labels. When the kids are old enough, I work with them and let them use my label maker. They think this is like the greatest thing since sliced bread to make labels and put them on their dresser. They think this is fabulous. Now, if it's a nicer piece of furniture, a newer piece of furniture, you may not be able to do labels, or at least not labels on a label maker. You may be able to use the clear contact paper. So you could have a piece of paper underneath with underwear or whatever, and then put the clear contact paper, because that won't leave quite the residue as the label maker tape does. So you have to decide. Maybe if you can't do any labels, if they're a little bit older, maybe you make a little schematic that you can put on the wall nearby so they can see where everything is. So it's really working with them for what's going to work best.